Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sheehan Sports Hour. I'm your host, Doug Sheehan, and right now we are joined by Joseph Lombard, N2SC4R of Lombard Bros Gaming, easily the most anticipated guest I've had on this show. So thank you very much for joining me tonight, Joseph.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
So, want to get back, we'll start right at your roots. You're a big NASCAR fan, obviously. What got you into NASCAR?
Well, actually, because of video games, I used to have the NASCAR games on the PS1, and I used to play that all the time. And then for whatever reason, I was watching TV. I was like, oh God, I was like, 9 years old, 9 years old at the time. I saw it on TV, and I was like, and it happened to be the 2002 Daytona 500. So I stopped. I was flipping a channel, all of a sudden I see the racing on TV. I didn't know what it was called at first, but then I recognized it, and it looked similar to the NASCAR games I play on PlayStation. So I stopped. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit back and watch this, and it was exciting, and and I don't know. Ever since that day, I just got hooked into NASCAR. I mean, I didn't watch it at that moment. I didn't watch it every Sunday at that time because I watched it one time and I said it was exciting, but then every once in a while it was just on TV, and then if it was on TV, I watched it, and then I really got hooked up into it around 2003 and 2004. I've watched it almost every weekend ever since then, and me and my father watches the races down in the family room every Sunday, and we're sitting on the couch just enjoying some great NASCAR racing, and it's fun to watch. I have a good time being with my dad. My mother watches the races at times, and we just have a good time watching, and I enjoy watching it. It's just been a great sport, and I'm always hooked up into it. Every time I see NASCAR on TV, I stop and watch it. I do not turn off the TV whatsoever until the race is over. So, I mean, I really got hooked up. I mean, I started playing the NASCAR games first, and then I started watching on TV. I watched it on TV since I was a kid, and it's just fun to watch. And of course, I'm a big NASCAR fan. I'll watch it until I'm in a casket.
I can agree with you there. I same thing with me. My dad I watch it with my dad a bit, but with me, my grandparents actually live in the same house. So we built an addition off there. So every Sunday I'd be watching it with my grandfather, and he was really who got me into it because he was a huge Dale Sr. fan. So we would go up to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Yeah, I think we went up to both races for 5 years straight when I was 6 till about 11 years old. And that was some of the fondest memories of my childhood, is watching NASCAR New Hampshire Motor Speedway with my grandfather. And you mentioned you love watching with your father. Now, when did you start actually going to the races? I know Sonoma is your home track, would you say, or is it Fontana?
Well, Fontana is my home track, and I've been going since the September of 2006. It was my first race I've ever went to, and it was a blast. It was a hot day because it was on the Labor Day weekend. That's when they used to have the races at California Speedway at the time. And it was 103 degrees sitting out in the sun, but I mean, it got cooler once the night went on. But it was just fun. I had a good time with my father. And, I remember watching Casey Kane go on the victory lane across the start-finish line right in front of me, and seeing the burnouts happen. I mean, it just really excited me. And ever since that day, I told my father, we got to go back. We got to go back. And so we went back next February when it used to be the second race of the season. We went back next February. It's cold. It's 50 degrees. And we're sitting up there in the stands just enjoying another race. And, we just got hooked onto it. And the first race I went to in Sonoma, my dad wanted to go there, and so he wanted to take this 7.5-hour, 8-hour trip up there, go to Sonoma, and it's fun going there. Sonoma, I would say, if I had to go to one race, whether it's California or Sonoma, I would go to Sonoma because it's just exciting. I love road course racing. Big fan of them. Just always excitement. Never see one boring race there. And where I sit in turn 7, it's just a great view of the whole racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's just a great time. I mean, it gets hot up there in Sonoma too, but we're more focused on the race than the weather. So, and then by the time the race is over, we also focus in on how hot we are, we're sweaty and stuff. It's full of sunburns, but it's just great time. And I just, I mean, I don't like to drive all the way up there. I mean, it's tiring. That's why for a couple of days or a few days up there, we stay in San Francisco, make it a vacation out of it up there.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, if you're going to be close to San Francisco, you might as well spend a few days up there. I mean, it's great up there. And then when Sunday comes along, we're up there for the race.
That's awesome. And like you mentioned Sonoma's about 6-7 hours away from you. Same thing with me with Watkins Glen, and that's a track I've always wanted to go to because it's right away. It's right in New York, but it's like I said, 6-7 hour drive. It's the only road course I can really go to that's worth the trip. So in some time I'll end up going to Watkins Glen. Now, of course, you became a NASCAR fan when you were younger. Was your dad a Jeff Gordon fan, or is that just something you went off on your own to become a Gordon fan, or what led you to him?
Well, I became a Gordon fan before him, and when I was watching NASCAR, and my dad wasn't like into it at first, but the more times I watched it, and the more times he's seen me watch it, he got more into it over the years, and he got more into being a Jeff Gordon fan because of me. My whole family, my older brother, he's out in Georgia. He lives out in Georgia. He became a NASCAR fan because of me.
Okay.
And my nephew became a NASCAR fan because of me, and they're both Jeff Gordon fans. And, so I really got a few people in my family to enjoy NASCAR. My mother, she says she's a Kyle Busch fan, and I told her she's crazy because I do not like the guy at all. And I almost went last year, not this year, but the year before when I was in Fontana, I was tempting to buy her a Kyle Busch shirt just so she can just stay quiet and stop telling me, oh, she likes Kyle Busch so much. I don't know if it was the M&M's because she loves M&M's too. So, but no, I mean, Kyle Busch, he's a great driver. I mean, I don't care for the guy, but just a lot of talent, and it's actually fun to watch him race out there on the racetrack. But I became a NASCAR fan first, and then my father became more of it over the years, and now he's sitting on the couch with me watching it every Sunday, and it's just a great time. Watching the races with him. My mother watches it from time to time. And like I said, we just have a good time watching. And, I mean, we had fun watching it. This Pocono race this previous weekend, I mean, that was exciting. We were both on our feet towards the end of the race because we had no idea who was going to win the race. We thought Logano was going to win it. Then we thought Kyle Busch was going to win it. And then after Kyle Busch ran out, we're like, well, someone's got to cross start finish line first. We don't know who it was going to be. It's like, and then here comes Kenseth, and we were just going nuts over that bit. And we really went nuts when we saw Gordon cross the line in third. And we had the same kind of reaction as Gordon had on his radio after the race. We had that, where did he come from? How did he get to third? I mean, because he was like 16th with 3 laps to go.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, here he comes finishing third. And we're just like, how? But it was great. It was a fun race to watch. And, no, it's always a good time watching it with my family.
Yeah. And like you said, Gordon gets a third-place run. It's a great run for him. Before we get into your YouTube, might as well go to it now. What are your thoughts on this weekend at the Glen and the Cheez-It 355, excuse me, and just Gordon in general? How do you think he'll do at Watkins Glen?
Well, I obviously I want him to win, so he's guaranteed in the chase. So I've been waiting for that to happen this year. I just hope for him to have at least another top 5, top 10 finish, just for him to get some more points towards the chase coming up in a few weeks, and just to give him more of a cushion the next few weeks. I really thought he was really going to have a good run at the Brickyard, and then we saw what happened there, and it was very unfortunate. But no, I just expect Gordon to. He's great at Watkins Glen. He has 4 wins there. He hasn't had one since 2001.
Yeah.
So maybe his luck will turn around today. He's known as the road course king.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he performs really well. He's performed well at Sonoma. He's performed well at Watkins Glen over the years. So I expect, if not a win, I expect a top 5, top 10 finish. Give them some more points because that's all you need is top 5, top 10s from now until after Richmond. So we'll just see what happens on Sunday. Just hope it's a great race. Watkins Glen is fun to watch. Some underdogs win there. And that's what makes Watkins Glen so much fun to watch. Is, oh, shit, uh-oh.
You all right? I got you.
Yeah, all right. Someone tried to call me while I'm on the air. I rarely get calls. But, but Watkins Glen is a great race because sometimes you see underdogs pull it off like we saw Allmendinger last year, Marcus Ambrose a couple of years. Just you've seen Robbie Gordon in the past, Steve Park. Just a lot of underdogs win there, and that's what makes Watkins Glen so much fun to watch. It looks like it's anyone's race, just like Daytona and Talladega. It's unpredictable. Watkins Glen and Sonoma, to me, are unpredictable because it seems like anyone can win there.
Absolutely, and that's why it makes it a very fun race. Just road courses in general, because there's so many oval tracks. Literally, the entire rest of the schedule is an oval, besides these 2 road courses. So it's always exciting to see, and you wonder if they're going to expand with more road courses over the next coming years. But let's take a break from the NASCAR. Let's go onto your YouTube career, I guess you could call it. You started doing YouTube a few years back. What made you start, wanted to record your videos and share them with the rest of the world?
Well, my friend came over one day, and he was on YouTube, and I didn't know YouTube at the time. And, when he showed what YouTube was, he said it was just a video website where people upload their videos. And so when I went home that day, and this was a year before I started my YouTube channel, I went home that day, was just looking up YouTube videos, just clicking on random searches,
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I was like, you know what, I'm going to type in some video games and see what comes up from there. And then I started watching gameplays on YouTube from other people, and it looked like it was a good time to watch. And then for whatever reason, it just clicked right there. Like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do YouTube at the time, but there were times where I'm like, man, I play video games. I have a camcorder. I have a tripod. I want to see if I can try this out myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so a year later, I created a YouTube channel, and I uploaded my first video. It happened to be NASCAR 09. I was playing with my friends on NASCAR 09.
Yeah.
And it didn't get a lot of views, but it, from time to time, it started ranking up the views, and I'm like, and then after a few videos I put up on YouTube, I'm like, I like this. This is I want to see if I can do this for a while. I didn't think I was going to be doing this for a long time, but now, from back then, from when I started to now, it's just, it's just been a great time. I've had a great time doing it, and just never expect the amount of support I get from my subscribers, from my fans and stuff. They're the ones that keep me going, and I just never saw myself doing this for a long time, and now 5 years have gone by, and I'm just having a great time doing it. Just because of the amount of support I get. A lot of people like my content. They just love the NASCAR gameplays I put up there. The videos with me and my brother, they enjoy that very much. It's just been a roller coaster ride, and it's just amazing. I mean, I never really thought I was going to get this much support. I thought I was going to get at least 100 to 500 subscribers, and if I got up to that point, I mean, I was really excited that I had that many subscribers at the time. I was just like awesome. And then I hit 1,000 subscribers, and it's just really awesome. And then last year I hit up to 10,000, and then it's just like it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's just really crazy. And then now I'm reaching a goal to 20,000 pretty soon, and it's just I just can't believe the amount of support I have gotten the past 5 years. And not only to my fans and subscribers, but my family has been very supportive on what I've done. I never expected my mom and dad to say that, YouTube is your thing. I know it's sitting on your butt and playing video games, but because I really thought they were going to be one of those parents like, you need to get out of your room, go get a job, just get out of the house and stuff. But no, my parents have been supportive, and they're the ones that keep me going too. They're very supportive. I'm just really happy for them, and they're really happy for me. But the biggest support is my brother Zachary. He's he's just a really biggest support. He supports me 24/7 on this YouTube thing. I support him as well when he's on YouTube. But he's enjoyed the time when he's in my videos, recording stuff with me. He just has a grand old time, and a lot of my fans love him too. And to me, the most exciting videos that goes up on my YouTube channel is with him in my videos as well. Like when him and I work together, we work great. There was not one time. There's never been one time where Zachary and I are recording something, and all of a sudden we had some trouble. Him and I are just spot on the times we record our videos.
Yeah.
And he's just, my whole family's just been the biggest supporters. But they're the ones that keep me going. The fans keep me going, and this is where I am today. It's just growing every day, and just reaching up to 20,000 pretty soon. And I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this, but hopefully for another several years at least. And no, it's just been a great ride from the past 5 years.
That's awesome to hear. And I wasn't one of your first. I think I was around 5,000. I hopped on, and I've been watching a lot of your Let's Plays. And I think you could agree your most successful sort of Let's Play would be Joseph vs. Zachary.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and that's been incredible. You're getting close to 100 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. And
we were very close to 100 episodes. Zachary and I have already been planning on what we were going to do for our 100th episode. This weekend will be 98, and so we're about a couple and a half weeks ahead of planning before it comes out. And him and I have been talking about what we're going to do, been agreeing on what to do and disagree on what to do. My father, my mother as well, they've been getting involved on what we should do for our 100th episode. And, it's just awesome. Like, the series that we do versus is growing, that seems to be the most exciting videos on my channel. Getting the more views, along with my NASCAR gameplays too. Those have been getting a lot of views as well. But no, my biggest series happens to be Joseph versus Zachary, and that's been going on for a couple of years now. And we did a couple of episodes, and then I was like, I'm not sure if I want to continue this series. I don't know if doing this every week was going to be boring after a while. But no, people in the comments have been saying, please bring out more episodes, more. I just want to see more episodes. So it's like, you know what? We're just gonna keep doing this series and see what happens. And it's just been growing. And I'm glad we didn't stop after a couple of episodes because because the fans seem to enjoy it. Zachary seems to have fun when he's doing the series with me. I'm having a great time, and so we're heading close to our 100th episode, and it should be exciting. And then we'll go to 101 and probably up to 200, maybe up to 300. We don't know how long we're going to do it, but but first we got to get to 100, and then 101, and then and on and on and on.
Yeah.
And then, it's just been great, and I'm glad the fans enjoy it.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Again, you never know. Maybe 200, 300, maybe 1,000. You never know. I mean, you could do this in your 30s if you wanted.
I don't know if it's going to be 1,000. Listen, I'm going to be 30 at the time, maybe when that's going to go on. So, no, right. But whatever how many episodes it goes up to, I'm just going to have a great time doing it. Zach's going to have a great time, and I'm glad my fans enjoy it. And we'll try to keep it as long as we can until, like I said, until we're probably in a casket. Who knows?
Well, Joe, I really want to thank you for joining me this week on the Sheehan Sports Hour. If you are listening and you're not subscribed yet to Joseph Lombard and N2SC4R on YouTube, you can go to www.youtube.com/N2SC4Rgaming.com. You can also check out Joseph's brother Zachary. His YouTube username is Magnum05 after the Dodge Magnum, his favorite car. And you can also check out their website, LombardBrosGaming.com, where you can see all their events, all their YouTube posts, Facebook posts. You could also, again, follow them on, like them on Facebook. Lombard Bros Gaming is their page. You can even buy apparel if you want to rock the Joseph vs. Zachary t-shirt or a hat or whatever you like. They got plenty of stuff for you, entertainment-wise, apparel-wise, news-wise, events, whatever you name it. Lombard Bros Gaming has you covered. So, again, I want to thank you, Mr. Lombard, for coming on, and maybe you can come back on again in the future and we can talk some more Jeff Gordon.
Oh, no problem. I would love to come back and be on your show. You do, and I'm just going to say, I listened to your broadcast for the first time last week because I never heard of the broadcast, this site before. Then I listened to your radio broadcast, and you do a very good job. I mean, I just hope your careers will grow. I know you just started several months ago. Hope it grows for you as well. And who knows, in a few years, how many people would want to have the opportunity of being on your show. But no, you do a very good job. And, I can't thank you enough for letting me have the opportunity of being on your show. And I hope to be in more of your shows in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, man. That means a lot. And I will be in touch. Maybe even Zachary can join us on a show one of these times.
Yeah.
Talk some Joseph versus Zachary.
Yeah, I was talking with Zach ever since this came up of me being on the show, and I've asked him if he wanted to be on the show. I even offered if he wanted to be here, but he's got too much to do right now.
Yeah.
His YouTube here right now, and but maybe I can try to get him on the show one night, and we're gonna have some fun. And he's a great guy. Never a problem with him, and him and I are just great brothers. For him and I mean, we're brothers, and siblings. Sometimes we have our moments, not our great moments, but no matter what, whether it's good or bad, he's always been there for me. I've always been there for him, and he's just a great guy. He's just down to earth, and he's fun to talk to. He's hilarious at times, but he's kind of quiet, But when he's excited about something, he wants to be there, and so maybe I'll get him on the show with you one night, and we're gonna have some fun.
Absolutely. And once again, thank you for joining me, Joseph. And we're actually going to wrap up the Sheehan Sports Hour tonight. Thank you again, Joe, for a great interview. Again, to those new listeners who don't know, we are the radio broadcast team for the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. We have events with them next Wednesday at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park at, I believe, 6 o'clock we go live, maybe 5 o'clock. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/VL Radio Show, Twitter at VL Radio Show. And in 2 weeks, I'm going to be part of the crew that goes down to Bristol Motor Speedway to call that NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour race, which is going to be a lot of fun. So thank you all for joining me on the Victory Lane Radio Network, and I will see you next week at 9 p.m.
HDRadioNetwork.com